Sorry, my mic was muted. So I'm back. This is Hako, artist poet, finding spawn location because reasons. Anyway, yeah, it's been one of those days. Been feeling kind of meh about everything. It's Monday, so I should be excited about wrapping up some of the stuff that I neglected throughout the week, like I don't know, doing a trials card, uh, getting some more materials so I can re-roll for my Cartesian coordinate. I am liquid coils away from actually getting the roll I wanted, which is high impact reserves and under pressure with liquid coils. I have a pretty good. I don't really care too much about the charge rate or the reload. I'm playing a hunter and I'm always doing marksman's dodge, so whatever. And but yeah, so I was just thinking about as I'm sitting here grinding this activity for materials. Almost got deleted there. Oh, I did. Killed by the architects, my greatest enemies. Um, I started thinking about the whole bounty collecting and fulfilling dynamic here, the pattern. And I started thinking to myself, well, is there a way to make this more efficient? Because I mean, yeah, we got the app, and you can pull bounties out of the app, but you can only get them when you're in orbit. And then I started thinking, what would be kind of neat if Destiny did something like a generic set of bounties that were applicable to all the activities, Crucible, Gambit, strikes, seasonal arenas, just patrols, just a set of bounties that you can complete just for doing the game. And I know those are called triumphs, but those are one-time completions, per season. Um, and they're fine and all that stuff, and they have their place, but they are a bit more on the coordinated side of activities, I would say. Not necessarily end game, more mid game, kind of like you got to be really interested in doing those and fulfilling those in order to get them. And it's just something that just falls on your lap. Well, I mean, Dresden fell on my lap for the most part, honestly, except for that one mission that you have to do to get the malfeasance. And I was like, my buddies were looking at my Destiny Tracker.com thing, I guess, whatever. They're like, "Yo, Hako, at the time I was called Hakobot, um, and that means slave to robot slave to the box. Yeah, you can draw your inferences if you want from that. But anyway, change to artist poet because reasons. But anyway, so yeah, they're like, "Hey, Hako, you're like just one activity away from getting the title of Dresden. You've got the malfeasance and stuff, and blah blah blah. Why don't you want to do that, man?" I was like, what the fuck, why not? Because I don't really give a fuck all for titles. I think titles are fine, and some people really feel good, and they got that that permanent trophy that they can say they got for committing that whatever hours or days or whatever into an activity. That's all fine and good. But what I'm talking about is like some kind of I don't have a key code. What I'm talking about is some kind of like Elder Scrolls. Okay, Elder Scrolls has this thing. They call them endeavors, and they're always in your inventory. They're actually showed. They show up on your quests or your journal or something like that. Um, but anyway, you complete them just by doing things in the game. Like killing an X number of Daedra, collecting X number of this type of resource, that kind of stuff. And I think it would be kind of neat and it would give people a way to play the game the way they want to when they don't really feel like teaming up and doing the raid or whatever. Like getting precision kills. Yes, so there's a lot of bounties out there that you can give you precision kills. You can get precision kills with the Vanguard easily. There are some activity-specific precision kill bounties, like in Gambit or here in the override and all that stuff. But if there was like some kind of just general rolling bounty that when you completed it, you got a currency that then you can then take, and exchange it either at Master Rahul or at Eververse or wherever or any vendor. It's like a general tower credit kind of situation. Where you can go ahead and use this, and I think and I'm suggesting this mostly to clean up all of this micromanaging, because this is like I mean, yeah, obviously there are some pursuits here. I consider these to be true pursuits. But this is kind of actually no, this is kind of really a good example here because as a fire team, you do all this. As a fire team, you do this. As a fire team, you do this. As a fire team, you do this. And back in the old D1 days, Crucible and Strikes were just like that. No matter who was on your fire team that was doing it, everybody got credit for it. And yes, it did encourage some potato activities. You did get the occasional carry me forky guy, uh, and it was, yeah, it can get a little salty. But this was why people fire teamed. They grouped up in fire teams because they didn't want to deal with that. Yeah, I have the Whisper of the Worm, but I don't really care for this. Do I have the Whisper of the Worm? I think I do, actually. Let me take a look. So I was thinking, that might be kind of something that you can do to like clean up the bounty progression. You wouldn't have to use an app to get bounties if you were in orbit waiting for friends to show up. You wouldn't have to go to the vendors to pick up the bounties. And I mean, specifically, it could apply to planetary bounties too. I would say more close. Yeah, I do have Whisper of the Worm. I like the Taken look. It's kind of nice. I really don't want the Black Hammer skin. I think I like the Whisper of the Worm skin. This is good. I like this. That gradient is just really nice. I'm actually going to paint. I have some chain rasps from Age of Sigmar, Warhammer, Games Workshop stuff, miniatures that I'm going to paint to look like this. It's going to be super sick. If I get a chance, I'll try to post an image here. Well, actually on Twitter, so you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah, so just a quick little thought. Like I said, it's one of those days, and just kind of meandering through my activities and not really committing to any one particular goal or anything. And yeah, I think it would be kind of cool if we had like rolling pursuits that were just really, really generic, like not even like weapon specific, like get auto rifle kills, just get precision kills, get melee kills, get grenade kills, get super kills, get loot chests. You can loot chests in just about any activity, including, I think even well, Crucible doesn't count. Or how about this? Earn 3 pieces of rare gear. How about that? That's a really cool one right there. Or earn a legendary weapon, or earn a legendary piece of armor, or earn a piece of armor that has like has a 10 mobility. I mean, there would be some RNG in that, but I mean, but because they're rolling quests, they never expire, and once you complete them, you get credit for them. And that's for that 24-hour period, for that reset period. So from like, oh, I'm on the Pacific timetable here. So from like 10 a.m. Monday to 10 a.m. Tuesday, if I get a legendary gauntlet, with a 5 mobility or more in it, then I've completed that endeavor until Wednesday at 10 a.m. Then it resets. So you have all that time to do these endeavors, and they're always there. You don't pay for them with Glimmer or anything else like that, and they might give you like a little point. Maybe a point towards your experience. Some points towards your experience. That's always good. I mean, everybody loves bright engrams. Who doesn't like a bright engram? I've never met anybody who says, "No, I don't want no bright engram." Comment if you know the movie reference I just did there. But yeah, just if you stumble across this Bungie, you don't have to give me credit or anything like that. I would just like to see something like that in the game, where you're getting rewarded for doing things that you would do normally, and then a way to like consolidate the vendor bounties and or at least the planetary vendor bounties. A way to. I mean, the moons are pretty specific. Dreaming City's pretty specific, but like the Tangled Shore, the Cosmodrome, the EDZ, Nessus, Europa's got some pretty specific ones too. But generalize these kinds of bounties. So like maybe some people really like playing in the Dreaming City. But they want more than just what the Dreaming City offers. I don't know, just an idea. Some kind of like rolling bounty table would be kind of fun. And just incentivize people who feel like they want to play, but they don't want to really like invest a lot. They want to like brain out when they're playing, because I mean, I like playing video games, but I really do it more as a meditative state. I mean, obviously, because I'm coming in here with these ideas now. So, just some place to brain out in, and just a headspace to get into where you want to just kind of practice on something. And I guess, I don't know, I mean, content, that kind of stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching.